Welcome, dear traders. You are watching a recap of the Asian session on October 2. Asian stock market started the fourth quarter cautiously. Japanese equities are up slightly, while equities in the antipodium countries are down. In addition, trading in the region is subdued due to the Golden Week holiday in China. India and Hong Kong's markets are also closed today. The greenback appreciated investor optimism as the US lawmakers managed to avoid the government shutdown. A last-minute funding bill was passed. It will keep the government running until November 17. After a rather tough September, this positive news became the silver lining at the start of the fourth quarter. However, markets continue to keep a close eye on the future of Fed interest rates. In addition, several US central bank officials are expected to speak this week. And today, the markets will assess speeches by Michael Barr, the second vice chair of the Fed for supervision, the presidents of the New York, Philadelphia, and Cleveland Federal Reserve Banks, as well as US Central Bank Chief Jerome Powell. The potential hawkish stance of the Federal Reserve and the resilience of the US economy continue to support the US currency. Against this backdrop, the greenback outperformed all of its G6 basket counterparts in the third quarter of 2023. In general, the US dollar has been winning for at least 9 consecutive weeks. In September, the currency gained 2.5%. In addition, the US Central Bank leans to a scenario where interest rates are high for a long time. Thus, markets see a sharp rise in the 10-year US Treasury yields. The US dollar index remained near 10-month highs, beginning the fourth quarter above 106. In the Asian session, the greenback was trading within the range of 106 and 00 and 106 and 30. At first, it showed a moderate consolidation and increased volatility against the stronger euro. The Japanese yen, which continues to slide down within the range of 149 and 30 and 149 and 80, remains the biggest outsider among the G6 currencies. The dollar-yen pair weakened significantly in September. Notably, verbal interventions by the Japanese authorities have been heard almost daily. Early Monday, the yen fell to a new 11-month low of 149 and 80. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Shunichi Suzuki warned again that he was monitoring currency movements and that the government would be ready to intervene in the forex market. The Bank of Japan announced unscheduled purchases of Japanese government bonds on Monday. Japanese government bond yields reached the highest level since last September and were at a 0.775% early in the Asian session. The Japanese yen, on the other hand, has depreciated. The dollar-yen pair's trading range continued to widen in the Asian session. Therefore, markets expect currency intervention at any moment. However, the Japanese authorities have so far refrained from taking any decision action, as the dollar-yen pair continues to post green figures. The fact is that a weak currency is beneficial for Japanese exporters, and the pricing of the overseas earnings in the yen. In the third quarter, overall business sentiment improved for large manufacturing companies in Japan. This was confirmed by the TANKAN manufacturing index released today. It rebounded to 9 points from the previous 5 points, posting the highest level since the second quarter of 2022. Also, today the Asia-Pacific markets are assessing data on manufacturing activity in China, the main trading partner of Asian countries. The fact is that reports on the Chinese economy for September have posted mixed results. Released over the weekend, official data showed that the manufacturing sector grew for the first time in 6 months, and this was largely due to the Beijing's recent support measures. At the same time, private data pointed to a slowdown in growth amid concerns about the impact of the deepening real estate crisis. In September, CAIXIN China General Manufacturing PMI fell to 50.6 points, and notably, the index had previously hit a 6-month high of 51 points in August. The New Zealand dollar dropped from its 7-week highs today. On a Friday, it was trading at 0.6049, and early Monday it was down to 0.5980. By the way, the meeting of the country's central bank will also be held on Wednesday. However, New Zealand's inflation is falling, so the regulator may lift the previous monetary policy settings. The Kiwi dollar pair continued to decline under the greenback's pressure. In the Asian trading session, the pair was down between the support of 0.5977 and resistance of 0.6009. And that's all for now. Leave your comments below and don't miss our next video review. Remember that staying up to date is the key to success in your trading. And see you online soon.